Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens. What did you think of this? I know you mentioned a couple of things. I was hoping that I can get those from you right now during the review,
Mhm.
but you didn't think that Logan Paul is going to lose simply because he signed a new contract, so he wasn't just going to lose cleanly.
No, I feel like so he did just recently sign an extension, a long-term contract. So I feel at some point they're gonna have to have him win clean, or at least have him win heelishly clean by himself, not having other people getting involved. Like there's too much of that going on already with Roman, and now we're getting it every match with Logan Paul. He's got a goon of his, you know, social media inner circle that shows up, and the ref recognizes it now. And so like the ref recognizes him now, they're dealing with that, and then you got um, Austin Theory and the Aussie from down under coming down and getting involved. And
What's his name?
it was just too much. It was just didn't need it. Grayson Waller.
That's right.
Um,
Voila.
they didn't need it, but I mean, but there was a difference of they gave Logan Paul the brass knuckles, but Owens ended up getting it off of him. Owens punches him with it. Owens goes for the pin, and he still had it on his hands. And the ref saw it halfway through counting the pin and stopped counting and disqualified Kevin Owens, which is like that's good for the ref to actually pay attention and like it was like real, like he followed the rules. Although you didn't see
Um,
him hit him, but still, if you're gonna hit someone with brass knuckles, what do? You shove them down your pants when you're done. All the heels know that. Kevin Owens did not know that. He kept it on his hands. So he did deserve to get caught. But
I
other
mean,
than
you got to
that, I
admit
mean,
it
like,
was creative.
yeah, I mean, I think it was a decently good match. Logan Paul's still, he's no slouch in the ring.
Mm-mm.
Like, he might not be the best, but he's better than some. Um,
He's a talented dude.
it's very hard to convince someone like my mother that he belongs. Like she can't stand him. She doesn't think that he should be anywhere near the ring. I'm like, why? Like, because for whatever reason, she feels like people people are just have like one track lives. Like if you're if you're an athlete, you're an athlete. You can't do other things. You can't sing. You can't dance. You shouldn't like if you do something else like that. She's like completely surprised, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't know they could sing." I'm like, "Why? Why can't they? Like, it's okay if they can do multiple things." Like, I'm like, he was in like, but she's like, but he's a boxer. I'm like, okay, what's that got to do with anything? Like, it's still fighting. Like, it's still kind of in the same realm. And but yeah, she can't stand him. And and I don't think I'm gonna ever until if there's ever a day where he becomes a face because she's a very if you're a heel and I hate you. But if you're a face and a good guy, I love you kind of person. So until the day that he becomes a face, if that ever happens, yeah, she will not like him. But it was similar to the Reigns, the 4-way, good match. Just the extra stuff at the end, just it wasn't needed, although I knew that Theory and Waller weren't quite done with Kevin Owens in their storyline that they were going through. I think it is now. I think whatever happened, like that was the end of it. They can move on now. Um, I'm wondering if this isn't Owens and Paul, but I do wonder if something's going to happen between, and it probably won't because it's probably too soon. I was kind of hoping though, a while back that something would happen between Theory and Grayson Waller in time for Chamber, where they were like feuding against each other. That way, Grayson Waller could have a match in Australia.
Hmm.
You know, like, cause I don't know, I just think this is like a big deal. I think he should be able to have a match there. Maybe something happens and it's like on a pre-show. I think that could be something. Um, but I thought that would be I thought that would be a cool, especially now with Carmelo Hayes being the bad guy. Someone's got to be good. You can't have a bad Carmelo Hayes against a bad Grayson Waller. So I was like, Grayson Waller could turn face, and we'll see. Maybe something like that will happen. But anyway, Logan
Possibly.
Paul Owens, yeah, nothing overly special. Solid match. Just the ending, just eh. At some point, again, like I said, Paul's gonna have to start winning clean.
You
Maybe,
mentioned the referee.
yeah. Well, we always like when referees follow the rules.
It's
So,
it's it's great because like then you'll have something one more thing to play off of. But then if that referee, like you said, was refereeing the four-way, we may see LA Knight accidentally win.
mhm.
So I don't know. That was great though. Like for a second there was a little shade of Eddie Guerrero, with everybody trying to use the brass knuckles and hiding them and trying to give them to each other. I don't know why for a second there I was like, oh, I just remember when Eddie did that with the chair. That was the coolest fucking thing ever. I don't know. I thought like that was something new and unique that you haven't seen, and the referee was paying attention. So I always love it. Like you said, we love it when the referees actually do the right thing, and they're just like, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. It's like, okay, whatever you say doesn't fucking matter at all. And when they have agency, it's always better. So I thought the ending was creative, like you said. It was creative. It
Mhm.
was a little oblong, but it was creative. And I'm glad they tried to do something. At least they try to uh, um, have a cool finish to the match. And so for
Yeah,
that, I'm giving them 3 toilet paper rolls. But that's it. There's not much farther. And once again, you can't compare like at least my scores. You can't compare them to other pay-per-views. Like we're comparing them to these matches specifically. And on this card, this 3 toilet paper roll is like 1 ply. The other one was 2 ply, 2 toilet paper roll, 2 ply. This is a 3 paper roll, 1 ply. So if there's ever such a thing as a bad 2.5, that's where I'm at. It wasn't inspired to me, and I don't know what the fuck
yeah,
even what that means, but it just wasn't.
yeah. I mean, I was kind of maybe rooting for Owens to win it because I don't really know what they're gonna do going further with Paul.
Well, Logan Paul is not going to be able to be in the trenches. He's more of an attraction, you know.
Right.
And
this continues into the him being on there like week after week kind of thing. Like at least more often, not just for a week or two before pay per view or
I
every other
mean,
pay per view. Like he's supposed to be on there as like a consistent roster spot.
he's not gonna be there. Is he SmackDown?
Um, I think so.
Who's he affiliated with?
He's in the tournament for Chamber, even though he's U.S. champion. But he is in the tournament, which I'm guessing they might have him in there as the high flyer because they always have to have a high flyer.
We always have to have Ricochet. Hmm.
So yeah, nothing special. I mean, those kind of just those to give Owens something to do instead of losing in the Rumble.
One thing that it always kind of gets me with Owens is like fight Kevin. Um, and I mean he dresses like he seems like there's this prize fighter thing about him with the shorts and everything. I I I would have thought that this match between him and Logan Paul could have been some sort of a match, which I don't know if they want to overshadow anything, but kind of like what Riddle had in NXT. Who was he fighting? Because I know Kurt Angle was the guest referee, and it was kind of sort of a cage match, like an MMA match. And for some reason, every time Kevin Owens is around, I keep thinking I'm like he's portrayed as this prize fighter, but I don't understand like fight Kevin, fight Owens, fight whatever the fuck they say. And
Yeah,
this
fight
would have been
Owens
an
fight.
yeah this would have been an ideal setup for both of them to have some sort of an MMA type of like not necessarily an MMA fight, but then again, I feel like I'm just rambling about this. I don't even know. I don't want to dismiss Logan Paul because he's fucking good. Like he's this dude is incredibly talented. It's like it's not easy. I wouldn't think like I would probably be like if I was in a match, man, I would be consistently sitting there going like, does this make sense? Does this make sense? And I would be so much in my way, and I would not be able to do all these like climb on the top rope. I would be a 6 foot, 160 pound, heavyweight. I would not be climbing top ropes. There would be no frog splashes and any of that shit. There were no flips whatsoever, you know? And Logan Paul that strikes people a wrong way. And I don't even know if it's jealousy. It probably is. But he's good. The interesting thing is he's got this kind of like lucha style, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Um, but
Yeah,
him and Ricochet making things personal with the announcer girl, what's her name? Samantha.
yeah,
I thought that had legs to go somewhere, But then, you don't want to cross her line. I don't fucking know. Kevin Owens, this whole feud, I didn't really know that much about it. Wasn't really that much that interested in it. It seemed more like a place marker, like the other one, like the four way. And at the same time, like to have a match at Royal Rumble, considering that you're either in the Rumble and you're not in the four way. So that's about it. That's like all your chances to show up. And considering that Logan Paul and Kevin Owens were in those spots, it's like, okay. It just wasn't that interesting to me. So
yeah. That's fair.
I'm at 3 toilet paper rolls on that one.
Yeah, I can do three.
6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, baby.
Can't hate can't hate on Logan Paul for
No, no.
like everything that was
You
done
can
makes
for
sense.
fun.
It's just eventually it's got to go, and I would like to see him win clean and still be
It'd
a
be
heel.
great.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like he doesn't have to cheat necessarily, but I don't know, find a finisher instead of a frog splash or metal knuckle punch. I don't know, put some,
Metal
get
knuckle.
some.
I like that.
I mean, he knows what to do.
Brass.
Like he knows how to make things seen outside of just WWE TV. Like, you know, whether it's Twitter, TikTok, whatever. Like the stuff like he did, like when him and Owens got in a fight in the, the trainings, the performance center or whatever. Like stuff like that. I like seeing stuff like that. Like stuff that altercations that happen outside of production and stuff like that. So, and WWE's been doing really good with that too. A lot of their production stuff has really stepped up the last couple months.
Yeah. It's WWE has been way more fun. That's all I gotta say. So we do 6 out of 10 on this one, right
It's out
down
of
the
10.
middle.
Well, a
More
little
like,
bit to the right.
well, it's never in the middle, is it? It's always just a little off for us.
Love you. Bye.